Before Hector Neris did his run today here at Citizens Bank Park, Joe Girardi was talking to him, asked him how he felt. He said, I want to be the opener tonight for Aaron Nola. That's right. It was good-natured. He was feeling good. He's not going to be available tonight out of the bullpen. The Phillies hope they don't need their closer. It's game 2 of a 4-game series. Last night, another one-run game. The Phillies 13 one-run games this year. They're 7-6. The record would be better. They've had 10 blown leads already in 2021. But last night, it was not a blown lead. The Phillies wound up winning. Hey, everybody, I'm Tom McCarthy, along with Ben Davis. It was really impressive last night what Hector Neris did. And I thought, and I think you thought, and everybody thought, well, he's got to go get him. He can't let him pitch to Lorenzo Cain. He kept him in there, and he did the job.
Well, after losing that series to the Mets, at a 3-game series, losing 2 games, they needed a W last night. That's exactly what Hector Neris was able to secure for the Fighting Phils last night. Here he picks off Garcia. They come in the 8th inning, kind of clean up a little bit of a mess that Connor Brogdon had left him with some walks. But it was a litany of split-finger fastballs and also sinkers down and into righties, trying to induce a double play. He struck out this side in the 9th, and boy, 29 pitches in the 9th inning, 11 pitches in the 8th inning. You talk about earning a save. It's exactly what Hector Neris did last night. And we had a chance to catch up with Joe Girardi here, how he thought about Hector Neris.
Well, it's a gutsy performance by Hector. I mean, I don't ever like letting a pitcher go that many pitches, and I know he threw a few in the inning before, but just a really gutsy. And he looked over and said, I got this. And that was his last hitter. I mean, no matter what. So obviously he did a heck of a job.
That was our own Jim Salisbury who asked that question of Joe Girardi to get that answer. And it was just a great shot that we had for you right there where Hector said, I got this, I'll take care of it. And he certainly did. Well, part of the reason why he was able to take care of it was the work of his catcher behind the plate, but also at the plate.
Yeah, over the studio across the street for pre and post, we refer to JT Realmuto as BCIB, best catcher in baseball, and boy, does he have the numbers to prove it. Last night, he comes up, he had a 2-1 pitch earlier in this same at bat, and he fouled it off. I said, boy, wouldn't it be great if he got that pitch again? Well, he got it, and he launched it 417 feet into that second deck. This is just a pretty swing. I don't care if you're left-handed, right-handed. See the extension through the baseball. Good high finish. He creates that backspin, and that was something to watch. Take a look at StatCast, powered by Google Cloud. As I said, 417 feet, 110.1 off the bat. He is a special player, and he's got the numbers to prove that he is number 1 behind the plate.
All right, so some of those numbers. Here we go. 325 batting average, on-base percentage 411, slugging percentage 532. And all of that is coupled with an OPS of 944. It is really impressive, and let's not forget about his defense also and how good a defender he is. I asked him last night about that cross-up. He said scary. There was that cross-up in the 9th inning. It was scary. Well, he's back in the lineup today for the Phils, and that guy right there, not really that guy, but that jersey is on the mound tonight. Eric Lauer, meanwhile, makes the start for the Brewers. Lineups at first pitch when we get back. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. By Citizens Bank, official bank of the Phils. By the Toyota Camry, now with available all-wheel drive. Visit your local Tri-State Toyota dealer today. And by Independence Blue Cross. Learn more at IBX.com. Out. You know, his hair looks a little thicker. You would have think at this point he'd be able to get it trimmed and ready to go. Pretty cool. Also, a glance into the Phillies bullpen. Hector Neris, sweatshirt on, mask on. He's got his glove. He's going to want to pitch at some point, but I don't think Joe Girardi's going to use him. Let's look at the lineup for the Brewers, brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. All right, so they've made a change to the starting lineup about 45 minutes ago. Jackie Bradley-S is playing center field. Tyrone Taylor's been added to the lineup, and Christian Yelich has been put on the injured list. His back acted up again. That lineup will face Aaron Nola, making a 7th start. Phillies are 5-1 in Aaron's career starts against the Brewers. He's had some good numbers against Milwaukee.
He really has, and he's been pretty good for the Phillies thus far this season. Obviously, we know about the complete game shutout against the Cardinals, but he just trusts himself, as I said in the open. He just really trusts himself, and he can just, you know what, I can avoid contact right now. I'll pitch at contact now. I'll punch your ticket right now. He's pretty much had his way with the opponents this season.
And he certainly loves to pitch here at Citizens Bank Park. Beautiful night. It's warm tonight. Hopefully the storms that people have talked about will not come through. Let's just get a little cooler tomorrow. Let's see if the Phillies can win back-to-back games for the first time since they built that 5-1 record. They're trying to win back-to-back games. Been tough. Colton Wong will lead it off. Pretty deliberate start here as we head toward almost 7:10. Colt Wong 5 for 8 with a couple walks against Aaron Nola, and the first pitch of the night is hit in the air to left center field. That's hit well. McCutcheon's on the run, so is Quinn. They won't get there. It's a one-hop off the wall. Wong on his way to second, and he's there standing with his second double of the year.
We are seeing more and more of first pitch swinging the early onset of this season. I mean, it's not just other teams. I mean, we've seen McCutcheon do it. Pretty much know what you're going to get. And he barrels it, does Colton Wong.
So runner in scoring position. Same thing happened last night in that 9th inning. Phillies, though, were able to get out of it. It took a lot of pitches from Hector Neris. Hopefully it's not the same tonight. But last night the Brewers also jumped out to a 1-0 lead. So Wong's at second base. Urias is the batter. And Aaron Nola turns back toward the second base bag. Wong is back. Urias last year hit .239. He's hit in 4 straight. Part of the reason why he's up to the number 2 spot is out of necessity, but also he's hitting .385 in his last 9 games. And a curveball drops in for a strike, 0-1. Dan Merzel is the home plate umpire, one of the young umpires, part of Major League Baseball's rotation this year. There he is. Crew chief is Marvin Hudson. You know, we know he's young, Ben. He looks young, but he's also wearing number 107.
There you go.
Wong leads off second. Pitch high. 1 ball, 1 strike.
The umpire that had the McCutcheon play, the running the second, wasn't he 110 the other night, number 110?
Yes. Yeah, he had only had a couple games above AAA before this season.
Bring him up.
Bring him up. Thought we'd hear more about that from Major League Baseball, that particular play. We didn't, though. Fouled off 1-2. Aaron has 39 strikeouts in 37 2/3 innings so far. The opposition hitting just 189 against him here at Citizens Bank Park. Wouldn't be a bad time for a strikeout right here against Urias. One ball and 2 strikes. We got time. What is going on tonight? I mean, do these guys not want to get going? I mean, there is no rhythm in this first inning.
No.
Swing and a miss. There's some rhythm. One away here in the first inning.
That's exactly how the 9th inning started last night. Leadoff double, and then Urias strikes out. It's just really lost in the game of baseball at Major League level. It's just situational hitting. That swing had absolutely 0 chance of producing a ground ball to the right side, Tom. 0.
Yeah, we had a long talk with Joe Dillon, the Phillies hitting coach, today, kind of about that, and he feels like the game is going to reset itself, or at least start to. Here's Vogelbach. Last night he was 1 for 4 with a double. His double started off that 9th inning. And a curve that doesn't come all the way back. It's 1-0. Brewers claimed him off waivers before last season from the Blue Jays organization. He had 30 home runs a couple years ago for Seattle.
And was an all-star.
Fastball. 1-1. It was the soft stuff that gave him a problem yesterday. And then he drove a fastball for the double to left field. Then he was pinch run for by Pablo Reyes in the 9th inning. Fortunately, Reyes never got to home plate. 1 ball, 1 strike. And a looper out to center field. That'll be in for a base hit. Rounding third, heading for home is Wong. The throw by Quinn off the glove of Rhys Hoskins. It's an RBI single, and it's 1-0 Milwaukee. That RBI for Vogelbach is his 5th of the season. So just like last night, the Brewers take the early lead.
He dumps this ball into center field. It's on top of that high fastball. Not where Aaron wanted it. I would like to see just Roman just kind of hit Rhys in the chest with this one.
Yeah.
Any other runner, he would advance to second base.
Yeah, I don't think he had a grip of the baseball.
Well, there's no chance he could have gotten Wong anyway.
Travis Shaw. And he takes outside. 1 ball, no strikes. Shaw, 22 runs batted in. That's second to Jesus Aguilar for the National League lead. Aguilar from the Marlins has 23. Fastball, and it's 2 balls and no strikes. All right, so Aaron is not his sharpest at this point. Not because he's given up 2 hits, but just because as he's trying to get around the strike zone. Just taking a little beat. This is his kind of night, though. It's the first time he's pitching since spring training with the temperatures in the 80s or near 80. Rio green light. And it's 3-1. Shaw last year hit .239 with 6 home runs with Toronto. Jackie Bradley Jr. on deck. He was a non-roster invitee this spring for the Brewers, a team that he had 31 and 32 home runs for a couple of years ago. He didn't have a great spring, but they still had an opening. And it's turned out to be fruitful for both, at least the start of this year. 3 balls, 2 strikes. Curveball pulled foul.
Ball on the ground right here. Keep that pitch count down.
Yeah, he hasn't thrown many changeups in this first inning. In fact, just the 2 so far.
Throw a cutter here.
And just missed. Wow.
So went back to a fastball.
So Aaron who has only walked 2 in his last 3 outings and 4 dating back to the 13th of April, has the first walk of the night here in the first. And it brings Jackie Bradley Jr. to the plate. That was an awfully close pitch. I mean, according to the box, it was just a hair off. I don't know how you take it if you're Shaw.
I'm with you.
Bradley takes inside.
A lot of curveballs.
Yeah, that's the 6th that he's thrown out of the 16 pitches that he's thrown in this first inning. Just trying to get a feel for it. Ball, 1 strike. That's very Aaron Nola-like to have his ball strike ratio so close to each other. Vogelbach leads off second, Shaw off first. Here in the top of the first inning. Changeup floats outside, 2-1. All right, so if you were behind the plate and you're seeing Aaron, what are you seeing that you could maybe advise him to adjust?
Be more aggressive, especially with the fastball. He's throwing 94 with late life. Trust it. I haven't seen him double up on the fastball yet.
No, he doubles up on a changeup, and it's 2-2. And 3 straight changeups. This one for a strikeout looking second K of the inning for Nola. It was a little low.
Yeah, you got to credit JT with working up underneath this pitch.
That's exactly right. Yep. Now describe what you mean by working.
Watch
under
how
it.
his mitt works upwards, so the umpire doesn't see you catch it and go down with your mitt. You work up underneath it. It's almost like a optical illusion to the umpire.
Right, because he's looking over the top almost.
Correct.
Yeah, you can see there that the pitch was out of the zone according to PitchCast.
Once the umpires see you ride that pitch down, they're thinking, oh, ball.
Tyrone Taylor, who was just re-added to the Brewers roster before this ball game with Yelich going on the injured list. He stands in, takes a curveball, 0-1. Disappointing on so many fronts for the Brewers that Yelich was placed back on the injured list. But it's a break for the Phillies, particularly because of his numbers against Aaron Nola. We mentioned last night Craig Counsell's team, though, 11-7 with Kane and Yelich out of the lineup. So they've held their own. They're still in first place in the Central. One ball, 1 strike. Fastball, and it's 1-2. Yeah, you're right, 94, and it's got life on it.
Yeah, late life. You either try and dot that fastball down and away, or maybe the two-seamer run back over the outside part of the plate, or you throw that good curveball.
Runners take their lead. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes. And the pitch. Fastball way outside, 2-2.
He tried the two-seamer and run it back. Just yanked it glove side.
balls, 2 strikes. This will be pitch 25 here in the first. Still can get his way through this by allowing just the 1 run. That would be huge. Yeah, the runners inch off. And the pitch. Curveball outside, 3-2. I think we've talked about this before with Aaron, just kind of getting on top more.
Yeah, he's right now he's moving laterally. So instead of pulling that left elbow down towards his left knee,
right,
he's pulling it across. So he's yanking the pitch's glove side. So everything's moving laterally as opposed to north and south.
Well, if he can get through this inning, he probably can fix that in between innings. The runners will go. The 3-2 pitch. That ball was crushed. It's foul, but it's going a long way over the Goya sign. There's a happy camper. Got a souvenir.
Third deck.
Well, he turned on that pretty good, didn't he?
Mm-hmm.
Bring it 2 again. Neither runner being held on. Taylor set the pitch. Change up hit foul. All right, so curveball, or excuse me, fastball and a changeup. And he's opened up early.
He's had to labor in this first inning.
Yeah, he sure has. Our scouting report with Michael and Ruben before the ball game, 7 or 8 and then 1 from the bullpen. I don't know if that's holding through right now, but we have seen with Zach Wheeler and others that you can get through it. Fastball and just missed, just off the outside corner. Second walk issued by Aaron. It's the second time this year, only the second time, that he's walked 2 in 1 game. Forget about 1 inning. The dig to try to find that. Caleb Copham heading out. It's a good time for a breather too.
Yeah. You can see Aaron's got a good lather going.
Eight pitch at bat for Taylor. This is after Shaw had a 7-pitch at bat. And Billy McKinney, the number 7 hitter, is coming up. McKinney's had a lot of starts this year in left field because he's been the primary left fielder with Yelich out. He was originally slated to play right field tonight, but when Yelich went on the injured list, they moved him over to left. He's up with the bases loaded. He walked last night as a pinch hitter. And he fouls the first one, 0-1. That got the mask of the home plate umpire, Merzel. Oh, 1-1.
Got to keep it at 1 run here. Just have to.
Fly ball left field. McCutchen over toward the line. He has room and he makes the catch, and the inning is over. It took 30 pitches. A run did score, but Nola gets through it by minimizing the damage. 1-0 Brewers as we go to the bottom of the first. top, Joe Girardi's team, well, they managed things in the top half of the first. Let's take a look at what his lineup looks like tonight. Brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Andrew McCutchen leads it off. Kutch, 33 career home runs against the Brewers. It's the most of any team that he's played against. Let's hope he starts this lineup on a good note. Andrew McCutchen on the year overall, 176. And a pitch outside from Eric Lauer. This is Brett Anderson's spot in the rotation for the Brewers. And Lauer in his first outing, 5 innings, 4 hits. 1 ball and 1 strike. It'll be interesting to see what he does in this outing, because in last year when the Phillies, or the last time Phillies saw him, he would throw minimal changeups. Minimal changeups. Swing and a miss, 1-2. Last outing, he upped it by about 7 or 8. Yeah, which was significant.
19.2% that last start.
1-2 to McCutchen. Outside, it didn't bite. 2-2. By the way, talking to Dusty Wathan today, wanted to let everybody know he's now 2-0 against Kutch in rock, paper, scissors. I'll show you the standings at some point. Fouls it.
And that's the swing right there that I'd asked Joe Dillon about today. The fact that his bat only seems to be in the zone for a little bit. And he says it's because he's not incorporating his legs as much as he needs to. If he uses his legs, he can get more length through the zone, through the baseball. Right now, it's just kind of choppy in and out.
Out towards center field. On the run is Bradley Jr. Out to the wall. It is gone! Center field home run for Andrew McCutchen. And just like Sunday night, he has a first inning home run. He ties it at 1, 432 feet. They both threw down paper. And I think he used his legs on that one.
Absolute nuke to dead center. This ball came off hot. Now that's through the baseball. Oh, he got his legs into that one, T-Mac.
So 2-0-1. That is the 17th career leadoff home run for Andrew McCutchen. It's the second one this week. It's a huge sign for him. And it's the 34th that he's hit against the Brewers. Rhys Hoskins takes on the outside corner, 0-2.
That sound just gave me chill bumps. I mean, it was loud.
It was cool. Third ball down the right field line toward foul territory. How about the closing speed by Tyrone Taylor to make that catch? That was a heck of a play.
I'm thinking this is in no man's land.
He was gliding toward that, wasn't he?
Very athletic for a big man.
He looked like Alex Rios going after this. Remember Alex Rios?
I do.
The Blue Jays and the White Sox, long legs.
That's a remarkable play. It's your GMC precision play of the game.
So 1 out. Game tied at 1. JT Realmuto, the hitter. JT homered last night into the second deck and Harry the K's. He takes high, 1-0. Pulls that one toward third. Glove side for Shaw. 2 outs here in the first. Yeah, that'll bring Alec Bohm up. sure you got the view. Those aren't cheapies either he was using.
No.
Look how Bohm's got a new bat he's using tonight. Hitting .221, 3 home runs, 15 runs batted in. Alec last night was 0 for 4 with a strikeout. He certainly has had to adjust this year. Last year, his slugging percentage was over .480. This year, it's at .337. It's part of the difference as he adjusts through the league again. 0-2 pitch to Lauer. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. The inning is over, but the Phillies do tie it up, thanks to Andrew McCutchen's 34th career home run against the Milwaukee Brewers. Got his hands, got his legs, got everything into it. Out to the bullpen. Almost hit Coonrod. It's a 1-1 game. Network nationwide. Your wireless, your rules only with Xfinity Mobile. Last night in the first inning, Vince Velasquez 2 hits, 27 pitches, 1 run. Tonight, Aaron Nola 2 hits, 1 earned run, couple walks, 30 pitches. So similar. Hopefully the Phillies can have the same result as last night. And a curveball against Jacob Nottingham is in for a strike, 0-1. The last time Aaron Nola walked 2 hitters in 1 inning was that last start against Tampa last year. It was in the 4th inning when, as he said, I just couldn't command anything.
Yeah. He had traffic that was, I think he went 3 1/3.
Yeah, that's the word he used too. He said I had traffic the whole game.
Yeah.
1 ball, 1 strike. Infield back all the way around. Fouled off 1-2.
And his pace definitely does slow down when he's got traffic out on the bases.
Yeah, and a lot of times pitchers will use that to their advantage to knock the timing a little bit. But when you have it the whole game, it's kind of wearing. Could have been. It wasn't, though, and it's 2-2. The last time Nola threw 30 pitches or more in the first inning of a game was on May 13th, 2019 against Milwaukee. Swing and a miss, 3 strikeouts. Well, that's a good curve right there.
A bit tighter.
The MLB Ballpark app will complete your next visit to Citizens Bank Park. Buy and manage game tickets, redeem offers, access exclusive content, and much more. Download the MLB Ballpark app today. Lauer is 1 for 2 lifetime against Nola. I have no idea why that popped up on my queue today. for matchups, but he was there.
He was there.
It's very rare that the opposing pitcher pops up on the matchups. 0-2. Swing and a miss. Back-to-back strikeouts. 4 Ks. And back to the top of the order for Colton Wong. All right, now I think this is where you now will see whether he's made those adjustments, because you've gotten rid of Nottingham and Lauer, 8 and 9, and now you go back to the top of the order for a guy that smoked a double the first time.
Yeah, and I think if he could get out of this second inning with 12 pitches in this inning, you know, he's got 4 to work with to get to that number for this particular inning. That would be a huge help for him. Keep that pitch count down.
Wong scored the run for the Brewers in the first. And then the Phillies' 7th first inning home run followed. Curveball. Again, it could have been. It's 1 ball, 1 strike. Gotta think that got more of the plate than the home plate umpire thought.
You would think.
Pulled foul. 2-2.
Can he strike out the side, Tom?
Off the hands, popped up behind home plate and out of play. And it remains 2-2. And again, the 2-2 pitch. Outside 3-2 with that changeup. Wong signed a 2-year, $18 million contract with the Brewers this past offseason. They have an option for a 3rd year. They've been really happy with what they've gotten from him. He's played Gold Glove caliber defense at second base. 3-2 pitch to him. Curveball hooked foul.
They saw him so much when he was with the Cardinals, but you know you're going to get really good leather out of Wong. And I think that, you know, he's holding his own thus far, especially after coming off the IL earlier in the season.
Ground ball out to second base. Maton throws him out. Side is retired. 1-2-3 go the Brewers here in the second. Couple strikeouts for Nola. We're on to the bottom of the second. It's a 1-1 game. Run this inning. Watch for the keyword to receive a valuable offer from Giant Food Stores, the official grocery store of the Phillies. Very chatty tonight.
Very loquacious.
Didi Gregorius will lead it off as we go to the home second. Didi was 2 for 3 last night with a double. And he takes a strike to start this one. Overall at 256, 3 home runs, 17 runs batted in. Pulls it foul, and quickly it's 0-2. Mentioned that Lauer took the spot for Brett Anderson in the Brewers rotation. The guy they're going to miss is Corbin Burns, the one on the injured list on the 29th of April. He with a 1.53 ERA. We're going to see the guy that's their ace as Gregorius strikes out in Brandon Woodruff. He'll pitch Thursday's game. He has an ERA of 1.80. And part of the reason why Milwaukee has been so good this year is because of Burns and Woodruff in particular. Second strikeout for Lauer.
He goes with a high cutter. And Woodruff, everything is hard, heavy, and moving.
And he can hit.
And he can rake.
Here's Brad Miller. Speaking of raking, at least Joe Girardi's hoping that Brad will get something good to hit tonight. He's making only his second career start in right field and the 32nd start as an outfielder in his big league career. Starting for Bryce Harper, and Joe said today they're hopeful that Bryce will be able to play maybe tomorrow. Hopeful. 1 ball and 1 strike.
Yeah, the sooner the better for Bryce, obviously.
Over to the left side, Travis Shaw throws out Miller.
Very defensive swing there by Miller.
There are 2 outs. Roman Quinn's coming up. Miami's jumped out to a 3-0 lead over Arizona. Brian Anderson, a 3-run home run. It's a wacky division, this National League East. Anderson just came off the injured list. He had a strained left oblique, was activated today. Did that get the hand of Roman?
I believe it did.
Oh boy.
Like his top hand.
I thought he was walking off already. I think he is going to walk off. Let's see. He's in pain. No, maybe not.
That's that top hand too. Oh, man.
That hit him square.
It hit all 4 fingers at once.
It never hit the bat. It's a strike because he offered at it.
I don't know why he has his hand wrapped around the bat that much anyway. Goodness.
It did hit more than the index finger, but that was the one that got it the most. Paul Buchheit, Phillies athletic trainer, just doing some testing. Roman's rocking back and forth. I mean, all right, looks like he's okay.
Give it a try.
Travis Shaw's not buying it. He's still playing even with the bag at third. 0-1. And a looper out to left field. That'll be in for a base hit. Bruised finger. 2 out single.
Oh, it probably doesn't hurt as much right now. I can't believe that that ball hit that flush on his hand. And he got jammed on that too. Dunks it into left field.
Well, Roman's got a hit in 3 straight. That's a step in the right direction for center field. I guess the step in the right direction was getting the overall center field batting average up over 100, which they have done.
Uh-oh.
Wow.
He had him.
He balked Vogelbach. And Roman's going to get to at least third. Wong's throw lofts toward home. And a runner at third with 2 outs.
He picked off 2 guys with 1 throw.
The problem is that the first baseman was the most important one.
Nobody was there, though.
Yeah, 2 guys. That's what we're saying. Uh-oh.
I don't know if the throw was that errant or Vogelbach just didn't even see it.
All right, so Maton's got a runner at third. 2 outs, no balls, no strikes. And he takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1. Roman can get a pretty good size lead off third, with Shaw playing way off the bag. Oh, 2.
Put it in play, you never know.
Particularly the way the left side is wide open.
Pressure on the defense. You know they're not going to get Roman at home. Nick runs well.
Maton with 6 multi-hit games this year already. Joe Girardi is telling Roman Quinn to get a bigger lead off third, and I'm with him because of this. I mean, if this ball moves just 2 or 3 feet away, if he gets the comfortable lead, he can get home. Swing and a miss. 3rd strikeout for Lauer. After Roman Quinn's single, goes to third on the E1. We'll go to the 3rd inning. Products you need to keep your employees safe and comfortable. From workstation dividers and shields to signage, furniture, and personal protective equipment. Count on who? But W.B. Mason. Medium binder clips are also available. Odubel Herrera is going into the ball game for Roman Quinn. Roman had some blood on that finger, which was hit. So maybe they just thought it was better to get it looked at.
I'm sure they'll take a picture of it. Give him credit, though, for sticking around for that at bat.
Aaron Nola just finishing up his warm-up tosses. Will face Urias, Vogelbach, and Travis Shaw. Going off, there's the blood on the index finger for Roman. That may be part of it too, is just to even get that stitched up. Urias struck out his first time up. Starts him off with a curve. He dominated him with the curveball his last time. And it's 0-1. 1-2, a foul ball. By the way, let's wish some luck to all of our minor league affiliates. Minor League Baseball, after more than 600 days, it's up and running. Lehigh Valley started tonight. Reading Fightins. So good to see.
It's great.
Jersey Shore Blue Claws, Clearwater Threshers, and everybody else. All the other minor league teams. Wilmington Blue Rocks, the Trenton Thunder. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Swinging a foul.
I pass that stadium a lot down in Wilmington. And
it's beautiful.
It's a beautiful ballpark right off at 95 there. Every time I go by, I think, man, what a shame. What a shame.
Well, it's nice to see that they're all getting a chance to get things rolling.
Yep.
You know, for a variety of reasons. Player development, yes, big time. But for the communities.
Mm-hmm.
And so many great communities that really thrive on it. Here's the 0-2 pitch. A little low. 1 ball, 2 strikes. Threw him a changeup.
And the players that just missed playing. You know, it's great to have them back.
Also gets another body out of my house, too.
One less mouth to feed.
Rochester is leading Lehigh Valley 3-2. Gene Segura has a hit. Swing and a miss. He went back to the sinker. 5 strikeouts for Nola. Second time he's gotten Urias.
This ball just takes off, down and in, right over the top. I think he was looking for the curveball again, Tom.
Well, here's Vogelbach. Vogelbach has the RBI tonight for the Brewers. He singled to center field. His numbers, his splits between home and road are just mind-boggling.
Mm-hmm.
He's hitting over 300 on the road, and he's hitting 086 at home. Now, I've never stood at home plate in Milwaukee, but to me, that Denver and Arizona could be the best batter's eyes in the National League.
It's a great place to hit. Great place to hit.
One ball and 2 strikes. Yeah, so I don't know what the rub is. I don't know what the difference could be.
And the ball takes off there too. There have been some far home runs at that place.
This will be the 55th pitch of the night for Aaron Nola. He has 5 strikeouts. He allowed the run in the first and the single by Vogelbach. And the pitch. Curveball rolled over the mound. Gregorius was shaded that way. 6-3 on the putout, and there are 2 outs. You never have to miss a Phillies moment with the My Teams app. Stream all of our games, including pre- and post-game live with the My Teams app, presented by your Delaware Valley Chevy dealers. Travis Shaw walked. He had a 7-pitch at-bat his first time up. That at-bat and the Tyrone Taylor 8-pitch at-bat were the 2 exhausting ones for Aaron. Half his pitches were to those 2 guys in that first inning.
Very odd for Aaron to keep missing. It's supposed to be a front door sinker, but he's missing up with that pitch. He's done it numerous times today. He just can't get it down and in there. See, same thing again. Like he's flying open with that shoulder, and everything's dragging. That arm is dragging behind. What a gorgeous night.
Curveball drops in, 2-1.
I don't know if he might want to think about maybe breaking his hands a little bit sooner so he can get his arm out in front a little bit more?
Crowder foul. Time for our Citizen stats leaders. Aaron Nola, his strikeout to walk ratio, much different at home. Much better. Opponent's batting average 189, four-seam average 125. Brought to you by Citizens, the official bank of the Phils, and a called strike three. Shaw knew it. 6 strikeouts for Nola. He's now retired 7 straight. We played 2.5. He's making adjustments. We're going to the bottom of the 3rd. Local Chevy dealers. Visit ChevyDealer.com. And by the Pennsylvania Lottery. Pennsylvanians are scratching their way to fun thanks to Pennsylvania Lottery scratch-offs. Players must be 18 or older. Please play responsibly. It's Peanuts night here at the ballpark. And if you had your theme night ticket, you got the bobblehead of Schroeder. And I think it's symbolic, Ben, that they made him a catcher. You know why?
Why is that?
Because most catchers run like they have a piano on their back. As Aaron Nola takes a strike, it's 0-1.
I see what you did there.
Sorry, JT, I wasn't talking about you. Nola hits it over to 3rd. Shaw takes the hop. Throw is a bit high, but Vogelback is able to reel it in. 1 out here in the 3rd. Anyway, theme nights here at the ballpark. The Phillies have had them the last several seasons, and they're pretty cool. I mean, if you're a kid like that youngster right there, and you got that awesome Schroeder bobblehead,
great giveaway.
McCutcheon takes a breaking ball. He homered his first time up. 17 career leadoff home runs. 5 have come as a member of the Phillies. He's the 10th player in the modern era, which is since 1900, Ben, with at least 5 leadoff home runs for the Phillies. Folks might wonder, when you think about Andrew, he's got power, that 17's light. He wasn't always a leadoff hitter.
Right.
And a high fly ball to left field. McKinney going back to the wall. It is gone! It's a 2-home run game! 2 different personalities, one to center, one to left. Rock, paper, scissors. Paper covers rock. It's a 2-1 game.
Magic legs. He's got his legs back. That bat is flying through the zone.
You know, this whole familiarity thing. We talked about his home run total for his career against the Brewers. 33 was the most of anybody. There has to be something to it. That's now 7 hits and 10 at-bats against Lauer.
Tries to sneak one in there. See the extension, Tom. That's what I'm talking about. You get to it, your swing's not over. You have to keep going through it. And that's what he did. That good high extension. Create backspin, create carry, homer.
4 home runs for Kutch. 11 runs batted in. Swing and a miss. 1 ball, 1 strike. How about that? 2 starting pitchers hanging together. Can we all get along? Outside, 2-1. 17th career multi-home run game for McCutchen. So tonight he hit his 17th leadoff home run, and now this is his 17th multi-home run game.
That's awesome.
You feeling the synergy, Ben?
That's awesome.
3-1 pitch, whacked on the ground, down the left field line for Hoskins. He'll take a turn around first. He's going to go for it. The throw was wide, and he is out at second base. McKinney did a nice job getting his feet set to make that throw.
I appreciate the aggressiveness, but the play's right there in front of him. You could see that McKinney had the ball well within time. And the way JT's swinging the bat right now, you want to make sure there's many men on base when he comes to the dish. I mean, that ball beats him by 15 feet.
Yeah. All right, so 2 outs. In the dirt, 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, it's 17 multi-home run games for McCutchen. It's the first one he's had where he wasn't wearing a Pirates uniform. Didn't do it with the Yankees, didn't do it with the Giants, and he hasn't done it with the Phillies. 3rd year with the Phils.
Wow.
Here it is.
Bottle it. Nice play by the youngster. Dusty's on fire.
Yeah, he is.
I'm sure Andrew would gladly lose every one of those battles with Dusty if he continues to just hit balls out of the ballpark.
So we get a foul tip, 2-1. Two balls, 1 strike. Hit toward third on 1 hop and under Travis Shaw's glove. Real Muto will hold up at first. Wasn't necessarily hit that hard.
Shaw thought this was going to bounce up higher.
I think it took a weird hop the second time.
It just took the 1 bounce, didn't it?
Watch the bounce. Yes, it did take 1. I apologize, but yes, did you see how awkward it was?
Yeah, it's got like side spin on it.
He should have had it.
Fanned on it. Second error of the game for Milwaukee.
Here's Alec Boehm. He struck out his first time.
Come on.
Runs outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Our Geico quote of the day is provided by Alec Boehm on improving in May. I haven't handled my start as good as I could have. I'm trying to stay positive with everything. There's nothing I'm really working on and trying to fix. It's just keep doing what I'm doing and things will change. And Joe Dillon told us that you have to look at the results a little differently which is what they're trying to talk to Bohm about. He floats that one to center. On his way to third is Realmuto. The throw goes to the cutoff man. First and third with 2 men down.
And that's why you can't get so focused on the results. How many balls has he lined out this year? It's Bohm. But this approach right here, we talked last night, you're going to get jammed. But if you keep the bat moving forward, you can dump balls into center field. The approach never goes away from Alec Bohm. He stays with it. The ball way down on the trademark. I watched JT float around the bases there, get to third base. I know there's 2 outs. It just, anything can happen there, right? Anything. And how many catchers are really going to take that base right there on Jackie Bradley Jr.?
Schroeder's not.
No chance. He just brings a different dynamic to the game when he's behind the plate or at it or on the bases.
It's just an athleticism that's complete.
Yes.
And I wasn't talking about Bill Schroeder, the analyst for the Brewers. Great guy, Jersey guy, by the way.
Of course he is.
West Windsor's own. Rock is doing the game tonight back in Milwaukee. Didi takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Runners lead off first and third. Good walking lead from JT. In the dirt, and it's 2-0. Good play by Nottingham.
Maley did a good job last night blocking pitches in the dirt. That's a nice block by Nottingham.
Tried a fastball and he fouled it back. He had a good swing at it. It's 2-1.
Despite being way off the plate, he did have a good pass at it.
Brewers acquired Lauer from the Padres before last season. And the 2-1 pitch. Looped out towards center field. That's going to drop for a hit. Realmuto will score. On his way to third is Bohm. The throw by Bradley is not in time. Going to second is Gregorius. It's 3-1 Phillies.
The fundamentals. Right, Joe Girardi said we got to clean it up. Well, you're seeing some really good fundamental baseball here by the Fighting Phils. Didi, first of all, gets out in front but keeps his hands back. Still has a weapon. Dumps this ball into center field. He gets out there on the front foot but keeps those hands back, hits through it. And he sees Jackie Bradley Jr. coming up throwing to get Bohm at third base. Didi says, you know what? I'm going to take second.
Good throw, too, by Bradley. Bohm, though, held onto the bag. And there's Didi.
That's just good instincts right there.
Brad Miller whacks one deep to right field toward the pole. It is gone into the second deck. A 3-run bomb. It's 6-1 Phillies.
Oh, do it with 2, Bradley. Second deck. Kid me? Tell me that's not having fun.
Lefties coming through in this inning. Career home run number 98 for Brad Miller. 405 feet.
That's how you get on top of the fastball. Schmitty's loving that swing, isn't he, Tom?
Yeah, he is. A bouncer back toward the middle. Odubel's retired. So are the Phillies, but they capitalize on the error by Travis Shaw to bust this inning open and score 5 runs. 8 men come to the plate of the inning. Brad Miller's hoping, is it going to stay fair? Oh yeah, it's going to stay fair. How far is it going to go? It's going to go over 400 feet. And the Phillies lead it 6-1. Find your 2021 RAV4 Toyota today. Toyota, let's go Phils. Brad Miller got a very nice round of applause when he went out toward right field after hitting that second deck home. I mean, he killed that ball.
Sure did.
McCutchen has 2 home runs tonight.
Corners are getting it done.
Yes, they are. Aaron Nola, 6 strikeouts through 3. Jackie Bradley, the hitter. The first pitch to Bradley is at the knees with a fastball, and it's 0-1. Bradley, first time up, went down looking on strikes. Borderline pitch. Off the hands, out of play. Phillies with the 3 home runs tonight. That gives them 33 on the year. And the 0-2 pitch. Curveball lifted out towards shallow right field. Maton, the second baseman, is there. One out. And that brings Tyrone Taylor to the plate. Taylor walked in the first inning.
You're not going to see Aaron get away from his game plan. I know he's got a 5-run lead, but it is only the 4th inning. He's going to stick with that game plan and stick to it as long as he's in there.
Inside, 1-1. On the hands, soft line drive foul off the netting. Drafted in 2012, considered at the time a big prospect for the Brewers, and it just took him a little bit of time to make himself a major leaguer. .22 games last year, hit .237. There are some that feel like he is pushing for an everyday spot in this outfield.
I think the numbers would prove that. 323, 2 homers, 7 RBIs.
Two and 2. And Nola's set to go. He didn't bite. Eight pitch at bat his first time up, and now he's run the count full again. It's 3-2 in this plate appearance. Line drive out to right center field, and Miller is there. Still floating after that 3-run home run. He floated over to the alley to make that catch. Phillies are going to welcome in the Marlins to Citizens Bank Park for the first time this year. for a 3-game series. You don't want to miss it. It starts Tuesday, May 18th at 7:05. All 3 games are at 7:05. Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Visit Phillies.com for ticket availability. Billy McKinney flight out to left field. As big an at-bat as this game has seen, because Aaron Nola needed to stop the flood in the first inning. Flood of pitches. And he drops a curve in.
So that's what I'm talking about. He's not going to be like, oh, listen, I got a 5-run lead. I'm just going to start pumping fastballs. So here's the first pitch, backdoor breaking ball to McKinney. Beautiful pitch. Missed up there again.
1 ball, 1 strike. Center field, playable for Herrera. It's going to slice over toward left center, and the inning is over. This has been a nice job by Aaron Nola to retire 10 in a row since a walk in the first. We go to the bottom of the 4th. Toyota, let's go Phils. Hope those guys are enjoying the big Budweiser. Well, on the Coors Light. Ice cold Budweiser is probably one of the terms that we would always mimic as a kid, because you'd always listen when you go to the ballpark. Ice cold Budweiser. Budweiser here. Scorecards, yearbooks, right?
Absolutely.
You're not buying it. Here's Nick Maton. He struck out his first time. 0 for 1. And Maton takes at the knees.
I think I remember them saying programs here.
Yeah, they would do that. Programs, scorecards. Little floater foul. Everybody had their own style, Ben.
It's like an art form.
It was like an art form. We still hear it here. Not necessarily this year, but in years past, and hopefully in years to come. A line drive over the glove of Urias into left center field. Maton is aboard. He does get some barrels on some baseballs.
Pretty swing. I like Joe Dillon's response today. Kevin Francis asked him, "What do you got on Maton?" Joe immediately responded, "I like him." It was awesome.
I wrote it down, actually. Here we go. Very confident, maybe a little naive, which is good.
Very good.
He doesn't get overwhelmed, and he can hit a fastball.
Yes.
Brewers expecting Nola to square. Another throw gets past the first baseman. Vogelback. Maton will go to second. He takes a big turn, and the throw is cut off.
What's going on over there?
I don't know, but I hope it keeps on going.
Was that another just errant throw, or did Vogelbach not see it?
By Vogelback's reaction, I'm just assuming it was him, but let's see. No, that wasn't him that time. I mean, I think it was
catchable.
Catchable. He's a. All right, so Nola with a runner at second base now. Squares, bunts, deadens it, first base line.
Wow.
Beauty.
Right off the end.
Sacrifice is successful. It goes 2-4.
Couldn't have rolled it any better.
I guess if you're the catcher too, Nottingham, you couldn't hope that it would roll foul because it was dying.
This is textbook. Right off the end. Look at that. That's how you deaden a baseball. keeps that bat head up. That is textbook. Well done, Aaron. How do you not walk Kutch here? I know it's a 5-run lead, but
plus you got the infield in with a runner at third. McCutchen's already homered twice. 0-1. Oh, and 2. McCutchen had a 3-home run game back in August of 2009. 0-2 to him here with a runner at third. Lays off 1-2. It's kind of like the first at bat. That 3-home run game came against Washington.
Stay up the middle here. A lot of green to work with out there. A lot of green.
Tom leads off third, and here comes the 1-2 pitch to McCutchen. Swing and a miss. Strikes him out. 2 outs, and Rhys Hoskins coming up. Make Mother's Day extra special with an official on-field cap. The limited edition red cap comes in 3 different styles and features a pink Phillies P. Available now at the New Era Phillies team store. Proceeds from the cap sales will be donated to organizations supported by MLB charities, including Susan G. Komen and Stand Up to Cancer. Visit Phillies.com/New Era for store hours. Rhys is 1 for 2. Cutter that languishes off the outside part of the plate. 1-0. Just a bit high with that cutter. Two balls, no strikes. And the pitch.
When Lauer's in college, he had a big arm swing. He would really wrap that left arm back behind his rear end and kind of sling it up there. He's really shortened it up.
Is that good or bad?
Well, I think it just enables you to get to the same release point every time. I wouldn't say it's as short as like a Giolito on the White Sox, but it's, I mean, it was pretty drastic.
He's given up 6 runs, but only 2 are earned because of the error on Shaw. 3 balls, 1 strike to Hoskins. 3-2. Opposite way, foul.
A 2-out tally here. Add on.
Yeah, make this a laugher as quickly as you can. And now time is called. Rhys, his last home run was on April 26th. That was his 99th career home run. Lines that one, caught by Shaw at third. And the side is retired. Phillies leave one over at third. No runs, 1 hit. One more error for the Brewers. We move to the 5th. It's a 6-1 Phillies lead. And Sarah, like everybody else, will enjoy the new Raging Eagle Mango from Yuengling. That's right. Our buddy Dick Yuengling brought it up the other day.
How was it?
It was very sweet.
Was it?
Yes. Jimmy liked it. Ruben liked it. Jimmy left it on the counter after having a few sips. He goes, I don't know if I can drink any more of this. It's a big beer.
6% too.
All right, we start the 5th inning. Aaron Nola trying to keep his economy of pitches down with a 5-run lead. And he starts Nottingham off with a curve. He struck him out last time. Craig Counsell's team took a 1-0 lead in the first. And Nottingham fouls it away. Nottingham and Maley are kind of filling in for Narvaez, Omar Narvaez, who's on the injured list. All he was doing was hitting .385.
Manny Pena also on the IL.
Yep.
Another catcher.
0-2 pitch. Upstairs, 1-2. That one got a piece of Real Muto on the foul. Swing and a miss. 7 strikeouts for Nola. He's now retired 11 consecutive hitters.
Good changeup here. Pulls the string. Just a little bit of movement there, but Nottingham way out in front, reading fastball. Just never gets there.
That one's pulled to shortstop. And Gregorius will take care of Lauer for the 2nd out. Uh-oh, we got some glove issues again. Alec Bohm had the ball stuck in his glove the other day and said he really didn't have to relace anything. Said it was just one of those things that just got caught in the webbing.
I was relacing the first baseman's mitt this morning at 7:45 a.m.
How long did it take you?
Only about 15 minutes. It was one of my son's teammates, Jimmy Kirk, Malvern
Preparatory School for Boys.
Yeah, the web just popped, and so I fixed it, and then I wiped it clean, and then I put conditioner on it. So I did the whole 9 for him.
You know what my trick was for laces, right?
What's that?
So they don't break. As Wong takes at the knees 0-1.
Pickle juice.
No. Clear nail polish. Tighten it to where you want it to be.
Right.
Cut the string so there's nothing dangling, and just put a little dab of clear nail polish. Line drive, base hit to right field for Colton Wong. That ends a string of 12 in a row retired by Aaron Nola.
I use Abilene, which is a makeup remover. And it conditions the leather, and it stays on the leather for quite a while, and it doesn't make the glove any heavier.
Right.
So good for the leather. How'd you ever come up with clear nail polish removal?
So I don't remember the entirety of the story, but my first baseman's mitt, which I used out in center field that one time, I still have it. I bought it in 8th grade for $125 at a sporting goods store. It was a Wilson first baseman. I love the glove. It's my favorite glove of all time. It's why I still have it. I bought it from a sporting goods store in Manasquan, New Jersey called R&R Sports. It's one of those places where you walked in and it was just the smell of leather everywhere. And gloves were just hanging from the wall. It was a great place. And it kept breaking. The first baseman. And I think it was the owner of that store that told me about the clear nail polish. I think.
Is that right? But would that really like condition the leather, or did it just?
So it was just keeping the laces intact because they were pulling too much and breaking. If you put there's still clear nail polish on it.
That's wild.
All these years later. 0-2, a foul tip. So what would happen is that the laces would just break, but by tying them as tight as I could and then just making sure it was the webbing was where I want it to be, the clear nail polish basically sealed the laces together and they wouldn't break.
I never thought that.
Oh, 0-2. One ball, 2 strikes to Arias, who has struck out twice. Threw him a changeup, and it just tied him up, and he got a piece of it. So the count remains 1-2. Vogelbach is on deck. There's the glove. It was right on the webbing. Right in the middle. Palmed it.
Nothing to it.
I love that glove. I do.
Do you ever any issues with the eyelets on it?
No.
No, the metal eyelets?
Nope. 2-2. Swing and a miss. He threw him another changeup, and he got him. Actually, that was 89. That may have been a two-seamer that just busted down and in. Strikeout number 8 for Nola. No runs, 1 hit. Yeah, that's a two-seamer. Wow, that's a good pitch. Got him swinging for the 3rd time. We're on to the bottom of the 5th. Their top prospects are starting the minor league season. Be sure to check out NBCSportsPhiladelphia.com. It's getting hot out, so the ball's flying everywhere, including out at the yard. Ooh, he ripped that one.
Good swing.
JT Realmuto leads things off as we go to the bottom of the 5th inning. Lauer's still out there. Again, he's allowed 6 runs, 2 are earned. Realmuto reached on an error his last time. That started that rally for the Phillies. Update: Gene Segura is 2 for 3 with 2 singles tonight. I don't know if he's going to play more than the one game. He may. I think a lot of it depends on how he feels after this one. 3-0.
He was so hot when he went on that IL. I mean, he was hitting everything everywhere with authority.
Two balls, 2 strikes.
Like JT was taking that the entire way, didn't it?
Yeah, it did. Three and 1. 3 and 2. They adjusted the count right before that pitch came in, so that's why he was taking all the way. I think the umpire was a little indecisive on one of those pitches. 3 balls, 2 strikes to Realmuto. Bottom of the 5th inning. Phillies up 6-1. Swing and a miss. 92. And 1 out. Register now for the 11th annual Phillies Charities 5K. This year's virtual 5K allows participants to run or walk 3.1 miles whenever and wherever you'd like. The entry fee is $55 per person, and participants will receive a finisher medal, a 5K drawstring bag, quarter zip performance pullover, a voucher for 2 tickets to a Phil's home game. Visit Phillies.com/5K to register. Alec Bohm, the hitter. One. Got a slider on that one. No balls and 1 strike. Oh, we got time.
8:53.
Ben Davis, Dad Jokes 101. Fouled back.
Cut it loose there, didn't he?
Yeah, he did. Well, see, that's part of what Joe was even telling us today. A little closer to the inner half. Having trust that you can go get it, right?
Against what pitcher? And what counts, what situations. You know, maybe just cutting it loose, opening up maybe just a little bit more.
There's the 0-2 pitch. Out towards center field. Bradley Jr. got a good read on it and makes the catch. 2 outs. All right, so that's part of what Joe was also saying is don't get caught up in the result as much as the action. And that was good action.
Yes, it was.
By Alec Bohm. Didi Gregorius is 1 for 2. Singled home run his last time up. On the out-of-town scoreboard, Atlanta shutting out Washington 6-0. Inoa, the starting pitcher for the Braves, hit a grand slam. That looked like it was a pretty good pitch to even without a check to the third base umpire. That's the 2nd home run Inoa's hit this year. Three balls and no strikes. First time a pitcher's had a grand slam since Anthony DeSclafani had one in 2018.
Throwing a shutout. He hit a grand slam.
Yeah, it's like Little League or Legion all over again.
He just got crossed up on a 3-0 pitch with nobody on.
He did, but the umpire called it a strike. To the right side. Colton Wong has it. And Gregorius is retired. 4-3 on the putout. It's the first 1-2-3 inning of the night for Lauer. As we go to the 6th, it's 6-1 Phillies. Making the best of his time since his call-up. Nick Maton, who arrived just 2 weeks ago at the age of 24 years and 60 days, was the youngest Philly to make his major league debut since Jimmy Rollins in September of 2000. The 7th-round pick started his rookie campaign with a 6-game hitting streak and tied a franchise record with 9 hits in his first 5 games. His glove hasn't disappointed either, which is why he's the Philly of the Week. And it's brought to you by Independence Blue Cross. Now the Fanatic doing a little dancing out in center fields. All 3 had rhythm. Speaking of rhythm, Aaron Nola has certainly found his rhythm since that first inning. He's allowed 1 hit since the first. Overall, just 3 hits. And he's thrown a lot of first pitch curveballs. I guess you could say get me over curveballs.
Throws 2 different ones that get me over, which you just saw. Kind of just has more roll to it as to more snap, which he'll throw with 2 strikes.
Off the hands, floated out toward left center, and McCutchen won't be able to get it. Plays it on a hop. 2nd hit for Vogelbach. And the leadoff hitter is aboard for the first time since the first hitter of the game. And that'll bring Travis Shaw to the plate.
That 2-seamer running back again up in the zone. And he continues to make those home and away numbers even more drastic.
Crazy. Shaw fouls it over the third base dugout. Upstairs. Ball comes back on the outside corner according to the home plate umpire, and it's 1-2. I don't think Craig Counsell liked that pitch. I don't think Shaw liked that pitch.
It came back enough.
Vogelbach not being held on. And Shaw trying to stay alive.
He froze Shaw on that 2-seamer that starts at his hip his last at bat. I think he was looking for it there because everything was moving towards first base and he just flicked at it with his wrist just to get a piece of it. He was anticipating that same front door 2-seamer.
Now he tried it again. Two and two. Phillies would love to push Aaron through this 6th inning and then lean on the bullpen for 9 outs. Ground ball foul toward the back end of the dugout. Shaw walked his first time up and then struck out looking his last time. Daniel De Los Santos has the towel in his hand. Talking to Hector Neris, he was just added to Joe Girardi's roster today. Christopher Sanchez was sent back out to the minors. Two pitch. Foul again.
I just saw that grand slam that hit.
Yeah.
I mean, he swung and just stood there and just kind of walked off towards first base like it was no doubter. He's hitting .385 with a 1308 OPS.
Might get himself some ABs even when he's not on the mound.
This guy's seen a lot of pitches tonight. Remarkable.
Another one fouled away.
Killing me, Shaw.
And a liner out to right field. That'll be in for a base hit. And Miller quickly gets it in. So back-to-back singles. That may get the bullpen stirring a little bit.
They're moving around.
Yeah.
Somebody's on the horn.
Rob Thompson is on the phone. I think it's going to wind up being either Eniel De Los Santos or Matt Moore. Jackie Bradley Jr. is 0 for 2. He has struck out. He's also popped out. Well, it's nobody yet.
De Los Santos has his pullover off.
Rob was probably on the phone just to see if that was definitively, if there wasn't a play at second base. That's probably what that was.
Yeah.
All right, so here's Bradley. He is struck out looking, popped out as we mentioned, and he takes a changeup outside, 1-0. Now Joe is on the phone with the bullpen, and now somebody will get up. On the outside corner, 1-1. Another changeup. It's Connor Brogdon who will start to warm.
Get right back in the saddle.
Yeah, on a much drier night.
Yeah.
Nola had a long first inning, and now this is turning out to be a long 6th inning. The runners take their lead, and that one's pulled down the right field line, foul. 1-2 with pitch number 100. This inning is starting to look a little bit like the first inning.
Sure is.
And he may be running out of gas. He went 6s last time, allowed 4 hits and 3 runs. That was the game where Joe Girardi at the end of it said, listen, that game was on me. Tonight is the 75th career start for Nola here at Citizens Bank Park. 2 balls, 2 strikes. And a call. Strike 3. It came back on the inner half. Bradley strikes out for the 2nd time. 1 away here in the 6th inning.
Both have been looking.
Again, the pitch was up, but it was in the strike zone, but it came back beautifully. 9 strikeouts.
He stays on this, keeps that front shoulder closed. Good follow through.
Tyrone Taylor, he's been tough tonight. He walked on an 8-pitch at bat his first time up. He flied out his last time. He's hit the ball hard though, and he takes at the knees. As far as home starts go in Phillies history, we mentioned this was the 75th for Aaron Nola at Citizens Bank Park. Ground ball foul, 0-2. At this rate, his numbers at Citizens Bank Park, his home numbers, would qualify for 4th best in Phillies history. First would be Grover Cleveland Alexander, Epa Rixey, and Steve Carlton. Nola's ERA 2.92 coming into tonight. 0-2 to Tyrone Taylor. And it hit him. That'll load the bases up. It was a sinker that just kept on going in. And the bases are loaded for Billy McKinney. You thinking one more hitter?
One more. See if you get a double play. Yeah, the ball just gets away from him right off the belt. Caleb's coming out. He's had some inning-ending conversations this year with some of the Phillies pitchers.
Well, tonight would be a good one.
He sure would.
Again, just like the first inning, it's kind of like an opportunity to have a breather, but also kind of go over things against McKinney. All right, so Billy McKinney has flied out to left and center. Phillies will take a fly out here. With the bases loaded, Vogelback is over at third, Shaw's at second, Taylor's at first. And Nola, with 3 infielders on the right side, is set to go. And he delivers low. It's 1-0 with a curveball. Way inside, it almost hit him. And now 2 balls and no strikes. Well, this is going to be his last hitter.
Yeah.
I think the first inning's kind of catching up to him here.
I mean, he really coasted through the after that first inning.
Yeah. Change up, and that'll be in for strike 1. It's 2-1.
Just refuses to give in.
Milwaukee scuffled last night with runners in scoring position. 1 for 5 tonight. Ground ball over to first, foul. That would have been ball 3, I think. I don't think it was coming back, but I think in McKinney's mind it was coming back on the inner half. So now it's 2 balls and 2 strikes.
I got him down for 33 curveballs.
Yeah, I would think that's right.
21 changeups.
More changeups recently than early on in the ball game. Two balls, 2 strikes, bases loaded here in the top of the 6th inning. Fly ball, short left. McCutchen comes sprinting in. He's there. He makes the catch. Vogelbach goes back to third. Big out. 2 away here in the 6th inning.
Good jump by Kutch in left field. I really thought that ball had a chance to get down.
It was not deep enough for Vogelbach to take a chance.
No.
And Jacob Nottingham was looking into the Phillies dugout to see if Joe Girardi was going to make a move. Nola has struck him out twice tonight. He's used that curveball a couple times, and he uses it here to get ahead. It's 0-1. Got him to jump a little bit after that one. Brogdon continues to throw. I think it's almost like likely now. He's ready if he needs him.
Probably go pitch for pitch with Aaron.
Just a bit outside. 1 ball, 1 strike. Suter's warming up for the Brewers. Swinging a foul tip, 93. He may have gone after ball 2 on that. Nottingham made his debut with the Brewers on Sunday. Had his first career multi-home run game. Made his season debut. He was reacquired from Seattle last week after being designated for assignment by both the Brewers and the Mariners. It's 1 ball and 2 strikes with the bases loaded. Nola, 9 strikeouts, is ready to go. And the pitch. Swing and a miss. 10 strikeouts, an exclamation point on a hard-fought 6 innings for Aaron Nola. It's the 18th time he has struck out 10 or more in a game. 15 here at Citizens Bank Park.
I'll reach back for a little bit more, Aaron. Right on by Nottingham. He gets rewarded by his manager to stay out there, clean up the little mess that he made here in the 6th inning. And Aaron rewards his manager getting out of that.
Hector did it last night. Aaron does it here tonight. We're on to the bottom of the 6th inning. Ford store. Visit buyfordnow.com today. And by WB Mason. Talk to WB Mason about our selection of PPE, office furniture, and everything else you need to open and keep your office running safely. Who but WB Mason? I hope Aaron feels good about what he did tonight, particularly after that first inning. 18 career double-digit strikeout games in his career, 15 here at this ballpark. What is it, Ben? What is it for these guys at home?
He just likes being here. I mean, it's every mound is different. I know they're not supposed to be, but just has a feeling. Maybe different routine here. Maybe got some better things to prepare with here.
Maybe. Brad Miller swings at the first pitch from Lauer. It's backhanded by Wong, and he nearly beat it. 1 out. By the way, update on Roman Quinn. He sustained that cut to the right index finger that we talked about earlier, and had X-rays. Fortunately, X-rays were negative, but he did need 9 sutures to close the cut.
Seems like an awful lot.
Odubel Herrera takes a breaking ball, and it's 0-1 from Lauer. Opposite way for Herrera, and it's fouled over the tarp on the third base side. 0-2. Connor Brogdon has sat down in the bullpen, and Enyel De Los Santos is warming up. Swing and a miss. Odubel Herrera strikes out. 2 outs, 6 strikeouts for Lauer. Here's Enyel. And now Nick Maton. Nola's out in the on-deck circle. Maton takes wide. Breaking ball. 1-1. Two and one. And now 2-2. Phillies with 6 runs on 8 hits. Big blows tonight. 2 solo home runs from Andrew McCutchen and a 3-run monster shot from Brad Miller.
Was it 407? I think it was. First pitch fastball up in the zone.
Maton fouls it again.
It just seems like it goes so much farther than that when it goes in the second deck, you know?
It was 405.
405.
It was the 8th 3-run home run for the Phillies this year. And if you're thinking it sounds like a lot, well, it is. It's tied with the Cardinals for the most in Major League Baseball. 2 balls, 2 strikes. 3 infielders on the right side in the pitch. Swing and a miss. 94 from Lauer, who finishes with 7 strikeouts. At least I think he's finished.
This is the hardest pitch he's thrown all night.
That's only 90 pitches, so we'll see. We played 6. We go to the 7th. It's the Phillies 6 and the Brewers 1. A situation that is just now unfolding in front of our eyes. Craig Counsell, the manager of the Brewers, is talking to Marvin Hudson, the crew chief. Enyel De Los Santos was coming into the ball game to pitch for the Phillies. The umpires all had their lineup cards out. Now, we mentioned that the Phillies made an adjustment to the roster just as the Brewers did, tight to the game. Well, it seems, according to just from the body language and what we were able to hear whispering wise from the umpires, is that Enyel De Los Santos was not on the lineup card. So that means he can't come into this ball game. It's not good.
No.
Obviously.
Not good at all. You very rarely see it, if ever. Because every umpire has a copy of the lineup, and they go down the list and say, this guy's here, this guy's here, this guy's here. Apparently he was left off.
He was left off the new lineup card, which must still include Christopher Sanchez, who Enyel replaced. And again, there's a handful of lineup cards. After the manager decides what the lineup is, it's then printed up, and they just must not have made the adjustment on the lineup card. There is no excuse, as Joe will tell you after the ball game. It's a clerical error.
It'll be written, and then it'll be checked over by Rob Thompson.
Right.
Maybe even another one of the coaches.
Yeah, there's different people that look at it. I mean, Joe obviously one. Rob is definitely another one that does.
And I'm surprised they're giving Hale this many. I'm surprised they just didn't give him his 8 and say, hang with him.
Yeah, so David Hale was not throwing in the bullpen.
No.
So here he is. It's been an eventful week, obviously, for David Hale. In a lot of ways, not in a good way. JoJo Romero also starting to throw in the bullpen. All right, so while the umpires discuss it up the third base line, here is our Toyota Camry turning points in the third inning. After the Phillies already had the lead, look at Brad Miller against Lauer. Now these runs are unearned, but he still crushed it into the second deck, and that guy made a heck of a catch.
He was just making sure it went fair. Can't tell me he's not having a good time on the ball field. It's your Toyota Camry turning point.
Well, the rest of the particulars for tonight. Aaron Nola, 6 innings, 5 hits, 1 earned run, 2 walks, 10 strikeouts.
And you look at what Aaron did. Obviously, McCutchen has a big part of this ball game, but I look at Aaron Nola tonight, and more often than not, he will find a way.
Right.
You know, that's my biggest takeaway from Aaron Nola tonight. He found a way. It wasn't easy, and he labored, but he found a way.
Well, he did what a number 1 or number 2 is supposed to do, right?
Yes. Are you surprised he's getting all these warm-up pitches? There's no injury sustained.
I am. I will tell you that I don't know what the rule is and what you're allowed to do. So it must be that, you know, and they are so cautious about safety in the game of baseball.
Protect the players.
Protect the players. So he'll continue to warm up. There's Rob Thompson and Joe Girardi talking. I would think talking about what just happened. Yeah, those guys have been together for a long time.
For a long time.
And I'm sure that these issues from time to time have happened, but this is something that, you know, Joel saw after the game that it was just a mistake.
Yeah, it can't happen.
And it can't happen, yeah.
It can't happen.
Well, here's Garcia, who's pinch hitting for the Brewers. Garcia takes a strike, and it's 0-1. Ground ball foul, and it's 0-2.
It's weird. You look up at the scoreboard, 6-1. And you look at Lauer's line score. It's not bad.
No, it's not.
He did give up 8 hits, but 2 earned runs, 7 punch outs, no walks. The long ball got him tonight.
Outside. And a looper out to right field that'll drop for a base hit. So Garcia has a pinch hit single. He's aboard. And now the top of the order, Colton Wong, is coming up.
Just too good a pitch, 1-2. Boxberger getting loose.
Wong fouls it off. Wong tonight is 2 for 3.
Got the game started with a double to left center on the very first pitch of the ball game. Came around to score.
Inside, and it's 1 ball and 1 strike. Two. Said David Hale's had an eventful week. So against the Mets, he went an inning and 2/3, 3 hits. The other night against St. Louis, he pitched a third of an inning and uncorked the wild pitch that led to the loss on the last day of that series. Now it was an unearned run because it happened in extra innings. Inside, did it hit him? It did. It got him in the foot, and that'll put runners on first and second with nobody out.
That hurt.
And now Urias is coming up.
This will be Hale's third and final hitter.
Yeah.
Romero getting loose for the 3 lefties coming up after Urias. Oof.
Yeah, it took a bounce and hit him, but hit him square.
Hit him in the right spot.
Urias is 0 for 3. Aaron Nola struck him out 3 times. And inside, 1 ball and no strikes.
And that's where Aaron Nola was living. Down and in to Urias.
Top of the 7th inning, Phillies lead it by 5. But now David Hale has allowed the first 2 base runners to get on. Enyel De Los Santos was scheduled to come in but wasn't on the lineup card, so he had to leave, and Hale came in to warm up. And a line drive base hit to left field. Garcia is going to round third and head for home. Going to third is Wong. The throw gets away. Urias doesn't read it well and stays at first. It's a 6-2 game.
Nobody out.
RBI single. And Joe Girardi's going to make a double switch. Matt Joyce is going to come in. Brad Miller's going to check out. And there's that swing by Urias.
He was looking for it there. I mean, sinker after sinker, trying to get underneath the hands of Urias.
All right, so David Hale faced 3, didn't get any of the 3 out, and he's still responsible for the 2 base runners. We'll be back to Citizens Bank Park after this. David Hale is responsible for the 2 base runners here at the top of the 7th inning. Nobody out, and JoJo Romero is in the ball game. Matt Joyce comes in as part of the double switch. He's out in right field. So JoJo Romero, 7 1/3, 7 strikeouts so far, and he's on because you've got lefties that are coming up. Lorenzo Cain is going to pinch hit for Vogelbach. So they'll bring a righty up against him.
JoJo needs to put out this fire now. Nobody out.
So 1st and 3rd, and here's Lorenzo Cain, who made the last out last night. And Cain takes outside, 1 ball and no strikes. Phillies will concede the run, hopefully turn 2. So the middle infielders are back. Bohm is in at 3rd. And now he's going to back up too. I think that's the smart play. A bouncer to the right side. Hoskins coming in. And they get the out at 1st. Do you think he had a play at the plate or no?
It would have been close. And I mean, the scoreboard will tell you
just get the out.
What to do with the baseball, and you got to just get the out there. Did the right thing.
So 3-1 RBI for Cain. And here's Travis Shaw.
Didn't look like that hit batter to Colton Wong has hurt his foot at all. He was going immediately. Running well. I'm glad Reese didn't even try and take a shot at second base there.
Shaw walked in the 1st, struck out looking, and then singled in the 6th. Had a fastball 0-1. Foul back, 0-2. You know, the Brewers had a similar thing happen that just happened to Joe Girardi and the staff earlier this season. Angel Perdomo, when he was brought up from the alternate site, was not included on the lineup card. And Shaw fouls it back.
And it's something you do every day. You know, that's why it's almost ingrained as to who writes it, who checks it, who double checks it.
After that ball game, Craig Counsell said, first off, it's our responsibility. He said, I don't want to skirt my responsibility in this thing. And that's the same thing I'm sure Joe will say. So the lineup card, this is what Craig Counsell said, and I'm sure it's the same with Joe, is that the The rosters are basically automated into the lineup card, which includes the pitchers. Ground ball right side. Maton has it. Shaw's retired. Over to third Arias. But more importantly, there are 2 outs here in the 7th inning. And another lefty in Jackie Bradley is coming up to face JoJo Romero.
Keep pumping those strikes. Maton's pretty smooth out there, isn't he?
He is.
Really is.
The game's not too fast for him. Jackie Bradley is 0 for 3. Is struck out twice and popped out. Swing and a miss. 0-1.
Dirty.
No balls and 1 strike. Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. You know, there's not necessarily an exchange of lineup cards at home plate anymore. The lineups are sent in to the umpires before the ball game. And there have been several issues several times where Major League Baseball, where the umpires have not gotten the updated lineup cards. And again, we don't know if that's what happened here, but there are clerical things that happen all around baseball. 1 ball and 2 strikes to Bradley. Up and in. 2-2. Runner leads off third. 3 infielders right side to Bradley. JoJo's ready and just missed. Oof. Jackie Bradley was called out on a strike that was lower than that early on in this ball game.
2 punch outs, both looking.
Take a look. 95. Yep, oof. Right at the bottom of the zone. So now a 3-2. Hold foul.
With a changeup.
Christian Yelich on the injured list. Bad back again. '97 from JoJo. Out to center field. Odubel Herrera going back toward the fence, and he jumps, and it's gone. And this is a 1-run game, a 6-5 ball game. Jackie Bradley Jr. with his 3rd home run. Odubel Herrera's glove went over the fence, and he got stuck.
Well, we mentioned how the long ball has hurt JoJo. Long ball hurts him here again. And alive. 6-5.
6-5 ball game. Let me correct it. Odubel's glove didn't go over. Odubel got stuck. His foot jammed into the padding.
Just out of reach. I didn't think that ball had enough on it.
411 feet.
Goes to show you how much they miss some of these pieces in the bullpen that are in the IL or the suspended list.
So now Tyrone Taylor, and he bounces one foul. David Hale charged with 3 runs tonight. That last run Charge to JoJo. And now he's got to get Tyrone Taylor here in the top of the 7th inning. The Phillies embattled in another 1-run game. Change up, and it's 0-2. Outside, and it's 1 ball and 2 strikes. Swing and a miss. Got him with a changeup to wrap up the inning, so the Phillies still hold a lead, but what was a 5-run lead is now a 1-run ball game. We go to the bottom of the 7th. The Phillies up 6-5.
Because he pitched really, really well, a gutsy performance. But they're going to be talking about this for a long time if things go south here in the last couple of innings regarding this lineup card situation.
5 straight 1-run games for the Phillies. Let's hope if that's it. 1 run. As long, I don't care as long as they win. By the way, guys.
Yes, Michael.
Ruben had he was stopped. He didn't have a studio card initially, but we got him one, so he was allowed in the studio. So we're okay.
Was he pulled over? Was he pulled over?
No, he wasn't. But the lobby guard tried to stop him from coming in. We had to provide the studio card. So we avoided the same fate as Aniel De Los Santos.
Honestly, Michael, I think it's more for your safety than anybody else's.
Yes,
just
indeed.
So
You're absolutely right. Thank you.
All right. Well, you guys are going to have a lot to talk about. We've had a lot to talk about this last inning or so. Ruben probably has a better idea about the whole lineup cards and everything like that, about the exchange, because last year I know that everything went into the umpires before the ballgame. I don't know if it's still the same as far as that rule goes, but we shall see. What we do know is it's a 1-run game. And we've got some adjustments. Taylor moves to left field, and Garcia comes in. He's in right field. Matt Joyce will lead it off. Brad Boxberger is the new pitcher.
Straight fastball, straight change. Answer back, boys.
And Joyce lifts one in the air to deep right center field. Garcia's going back. So is Bradley at the scoreboard. He makes the catch. And there's 1 man down. Matt Joyce trying to end that offer, and he almost gave the Phils a little insurance.
I think he barrels it. It just hits the bottom of it. Yep. Maybe just a hair out in front.
Could be.
I thought it had a chance.
By the way, McKinney stays in the game, and he's at first base for the Brewers. So the changes again. Taylor's in left, Garcia's in right, and McKinney's at first. And Boxberger will face Andrew McCutchen, who's homered twice tonight. The pitcher's spot is now the 3-hole for the Brewers. McCutchen 2 solo home runs and a strikeout. And he takes at the knees. 1 ball, 1 strike. How big was that non-strike call to Jackie Bradley Jr. now? It's 1-1.
Yeah, that fastball right at the bottom.
1 ball and 2 strikes. Kutch's numbers against Boxberger close to what they were against Lauer. And he homered twice against Lauer. Lauer tonight went 6, allowed 8 hits, 6 runs, 2 earned. Struck out 7. Didn't walk anybody. The error in the 3rd inning by Travis Shaw on the ball hit by JT Realmuto is why he's charged with 6. Inside, 2-2. Ground ball foul.
There was that straight change. It's a good one.
Three and two. Ground ball back toward the middle. Arias has it near the second base bag. Over to first in time to get McCutchen. 2 outs. Catch the action when the Atlanta Braves return to South Philadelphia for a 3-game series. It begins Tuesday, June 8th at 7:05. Wednesday the 9th is at 7:05. Thursday is a 1:05 Throwback Thursday matchup. Visit Phillies.com and purchase your tickets. Here's Rhys Hoskins, who is 1 for 3. He's flied to right. He singled. He lined out. Inside. Threw him a slider that just stayed in.
Braves are up 6-1. 9th inning. They've been kind of reeling as of late, but I think that ball club's too good to keep that up. I think they'll pull it together.
I think you could say that about anybody in the East right now, is that they're all reeling. Mets fired both their hitting coaches.
Yeah.
Only the Nationals came in today at 500. Now they're trailing those Braves, as you mentioned. Mets and Cardinals postponed. Rhys fouls it again. Phillies are trying to get to the 500 mark.
Just win series. That's what it comes down to. Got a 3-game series, win 2. 4-game series, win 3.
Two balls, 2 strikes to Hoskins. Phillies 6 runs on 8 hits. The Brewers 5 runs on 8 hits. Here in the bottom of the 7th inning. .96 in the dirt. 3-2.
Tried to overthrow that one. Why do we as athletes, Tom, do that? Why do we overthrow? Why do we overswing?
Is that a rhetorical question? Or?
When we see the results that we get because we do it. You know, it's the really, really good ones are the ones that just do the same thing every time. You know, they stay within themselves. They trust what they've done and how they prepared to be in that situation. Now that pitch that Boxberger threw, that 2-2 pitch, yeah, it was 96, but it wasn't competitive. Because he tried to do too much.
I guess you could say the same thing about hitting sometimes.
Without a doubt. I would say more so with hitting than with pitching. I always think we have to help it. We don't have to help it. He's providing all the power. Free and easy.
Swing and a miss. Change up. And the Phillies go down in order for a 3rd consecutive inning. 9 strikeouts, make that 8 strikeouts for Brewers pitching. We'll go to the 8th. Del Val Honda dealer, or visit DelValHondaDealers.com. Phillies lead at 6-5. Hello, ladies. Time now for a Hyundai defensive play of the game. So this turned out to be a big play with Reese trying to stretch a single into a double.
Yeah, the play's right in front of him. As I was saying, he rounds first base. He can see that McKinney already has it. And he just turned out. This is a nice play by Juan, but he's out by 15, 20 feet. That's when the play's right in front of you. You should just drop anchor. That's your Hyundai defensive play of the game, brought to you by our local Hyundai dealers.
All right, so JoJo Romero is on to face Billy McKinney, and he delivers a strike. This is probably his last hitter. Sam Coonrod loosening up in the bullpen. Try to check. They appeal.
Yeah.
Yes, he did, says Hunter Wendelstedt. It's 0-2. McKinney's 0 for 3. His fly out to left field in the 6th inning was a big one against Darren Nola. Outside. That was the second out of that inning, and then Nola was able to get his 10th strikeout of Nottingham and leave him loaded. Out to right field. Here comes Matt Joyce, and he makes the catch. One away in the 8th. And here comes Joe Girardi. Double switch time. Sam Coonrod's been warming up out in the bullpen. Andrew Knapp is going to go in to play first base, so Rhys Hoskins will check out. We got a pitching change and a new first baseman. Phillies lead it by 1 here in the top of the 8th inning. We'll be back right after this. As they discuss Smith's size on playing for the Philly fans, Roseman's draft decisions, and more on the latest Takeoff with John Clark podcast on our website or wherever you listen to podcasts. Somebody did a side-by-side with Devontae Smith and Marvin Harrison the other day, similar in size, which I didn't realize. Devontae's really good.
Good pickup.
Joe Dillon doing some video work with Rhys Hoskins. All right, considering Bryce Harper most likely unavailable, the Phillies are out of position players.
Correct.
With Andrew Knapp coming in to play first base. Coonrod could be in, much like Hector Neris last night, for a 5-out save opportunity, but we shall see how this inning goes and the next inning goes. We got 1 out. Jacob Nottingham is up. Garcia is on deck. He stayed in the game after singling in the 7th. Nottingham is 0 for 3 with 3 strikeouts.
All about the matchups.
That was listed as a 4-seam fastball, but it was only at 92.
It was a cutter that just backed up.
That's what I was thinking too. Broken bat looper out to shortstop, caught by Didi Gregorius. That was a little bit better. 97. 2 outs here in the 8th. And now Garcia, he singled and scored in the 7th inning.
I was just looking at some of the numbers for JT tonight. If you think about it, there's been a lot of pitches thrown in this ball game, right? I would say he's close to, or maybe more than, having caught and thrown back 250 plus pitches between warming up in the bullpen. I mean, we're only in the 8th inning. Bullpen, 8 pitches in between each inning. 114 by Nola, then Hale, and then Romero. He's squatting it. I mean, it's unbelievable.
Some of those fastballs he throws to the bat boy.
Yeah.
1-0 to Garcia. Coonrod. That pitch wasn't as good as the first one, which wasn't called a strike by the home plate umpire, but it's 1-1.
It really does show the wear and tear that he endures every day.
Down the right field line, out of play. It's 1-2.
If you're Christian Yelich, you just have to be so frustrated. You know, you finally make it back. You played one game and right back on the IL.
Yeah, you feel it. Here's the 1-2 pitch coming from Coonrod to Garcia. To the Hall of Fame club.
I don't think Coonrod liked the location of that pitch.
Swing and a miss. He won the battle with 100 miles an hour. Garcia strikes out. And the Brewers go down in order here in the 8th inning. Huge 8th inning. We go to the bottom of the 8th. It's still a 1-run game. Cheer on their favorite team all season while receiving access to exclusive content, activities, and so much more. Go to Phillies.com/kidsclub to sign up today. JP Fireeisen is the new pitcher for the Brewers. 28-year-old right-hander. And he's on to face JT Realmuto, Alec Bohm, and Didi Gregorius. Boxberger goes an inning, strikes out one. Pitch on the outside corner. It's 0-1.
There are some minuscule ERAs in this Brewer bullpen. I mean, minuscule.
Right. Then the overall ERA is 4.27. So somebody must be lifting it. But guys like Josh Hader are not.
Be fine with me if we didn't have to see him in the series. Totally fine with me.
I would agree with you on that one. Oh, 0-2 to JT Realmuto. Swing and a miss. So JT's down on strikes. 9 strikeouts for Brewers pitching. And that'll bring Alec Bohm up.
So he goes 86 mile-an-hour slider, 94 mile-an-hour fastball. I believe that last one was a changeup. It was dirty. Yep, changeup at 87.
Bohm goes around on that changeup. It's a pretty good pitch.
I feel fortunate he didn't put it in play.
Outside, 1 ball, 1 strike. Hector Neris last night. He was the guy that got the job done. Tonight it's Sam Coonrod who's going to be asked to get 5 outs. He's gotten 2. He needs 3 more. The 1 ball, 1 strike pitch to Bohm. Outside, 2-1. 2-2.
Alec going out of the zone there.
Swing and a miss. Fastball changeup combinations resulted in 2 strikeouts. And that's a double-digit strikeout game for the Phillies.
It almost looks like one of Hector's really good splits. I was like slight hump in it. Of course, the best changeup in all of baseball resides out in that Brewer bullpen. Devin Williams.
Didi a swing and a miss at a 94-mile-an-hour fastball.
Of course, Jamie probably still thinks he has the best changeup. If you asked him right now,
the competitor in him would show you that he does.
Jaime Millier.
Up and away, 1 ball, 1 strike.
I haven't talked to him in a while. I might give him a shout tomorrow.
I did hear from him the other day. Said he was watching because there was no more college games on to watch that night.
Oh, thanks a lot, Jamie.
Right. Well, the college game's a little slower, so you get older, you get slower.
That's right.
1 ball and 1 strike to Didi Gregorius. And he fouls it. It's 1-2.
Nice play by a fan.
Didi looks up. Brewers 9th. The top of the order is due up for Milwaukee. The Phillies holding on to a 1-run lead. Last 5 games, as Michael mentioned when we were previewing the post game, have been decided by 1 run for the Phillies. Crazy. This one, the Phillies had a 5-run lead.
Yeah.
2-2. Swing and a miss. He just struck out the side. Again, fastball changeup combination. 11 strikeouts for Brewers pitching. All right. Hold on to your seats, folks. We go to the 9th. This is old hat. It's a 1-run game. Top of the 9th inning, and Colton Wong will lead things off. Phillies with 13 1-run games. They're 7-6 in 1-run games. They are battling one right now. 5 straight. This will be number 6. And Wong has scored 2 runs tonight. He's 2 for 3 as Coonrod comes set in the first pitch. Back toward the middle. Gregorius has it behind the bag. Little pirouette, throws in time, 1 away. And on 1 pitch,
right on the money.
All the way around.
Didi said, I got to clean it up. He has looked a little better at shortstop, a little quicker. But this is as clean as you're going to make it. Right on the money to Andrew Knapp. 106 off the bat for Colton Wong. Didi was in the right spot.
And now it's Urias. 0 for 2. Lifetime with 2 strikeouts against Coonrod. He singled home a run in the 7th inning. Struck out 3 times prior. And he hits it foul. It's 0-1. They're coming out swinging. Pablo Reyes is out of the on-deck circle for Craig Counsell's team. Alec Bohm guarding the line at third. Every time a Phillies pitcher like Coonrod hits 95 or more, Comcast will make a contribution to Phillies charities. Phillies baseball is brought to you by Xfinity, the fastest internet in Philadelphia. Bohm took a half a step over. He was closer to the line on the previous pitch. Andrew Knapp is guarding the whole right side of the diamond. 1 ball, 1 strike. Urias takes strike 2, 1-2. Might have got away with the pitch there. That was up.
You can get away with it when you're throwing 100.
Exactly right.
Always got to respect that. 100, 101.
And he hit 100 to get Garcia to finish the 8th inning. 1-2. Popped up foul, out of play. And the pitch. 2-2.
But how do you take it?
I don't know. I guess you're thinking I can't do anything with it, so I'm just going to try to get lucky.
Going back inside.
Down the right field line. Head out of play.
You can see there is a slight difference in that 2-seamer that he just threw at 97 and that of the 4-seamer. Should be anywhere from 99 to 101.
And that 4-seamer a lot of times is up. It's a good chase pitch.
It really does stay on plane right through JT's mitt, not to it.
Coonrod is all set to go. And the 2-2 pitch. Way up, and it's 3-2. Coonrod does not have any 5-out saves under his belt. His longest save is a 4-out save. That was in September of last year for the Giants. One of his 3 with San Francisco. Over to short, stays down on Gregorius. 2 outs.
Right on the money again.
Yeah, they've hit some rockets, but they're 2 away. And Pablo Reyes is going to be the pinch hitter for the Brewers. He's a utility guy. He was originally slated to be in the outfield tonight. See his numbers as a pinch hitter in his career. He's 0 for 1 against Coonrod. His 1 was a ground out. And he lines it out to center field. Herrera's coming on. He dives. He can't get it. Hits off his chest. And Reyes puts on the brakes. And Odubel is fortunate that that ball hit his body. Joyce was there to back up, but if it had slipped past, Reyes was on his way to second base.
Without a doubt. Good heads up baseball there by Joyce. He definitely had Odubel's back. Reyes kind of slices this ball to center field.
Good effort by Herrera.
A little stutter right in the beginning. I agree with you, Tom. If that does get by him,
he's fortunate.
Yeah.
And now Travis Shaw, 1 for 3. Has not faced Coonrod.
You know, there's only one thing on his mind.
Try to check. Did he go? Yes, he did. Says Hunter Wendelstedt, 1-1. Craig Counsell is yelling at Wendelstedt.
I didn't think he went around.
I did think he checked.
Did you? He did check.
I think he checked, yes. That time he went around. He lost his bat. It's 1-2. Down to the last strike.
Out number 27, the one you're looking for.
These one-run games are nerve-wracking. Some would say they're exciting, but that's only when it's over, do you think that? And you're on the winning side.
You go higher than high here. Get it up there.
1 ball and 2 strikes, short lead for Reyes. The pitch. Off the hands, out toward shallow center. It's going to drop in for a hit. Reyes will fly to third. And the Brewers have the tying run 90 feet away here in the 9th inning, and Jackie Bradley coming up. Yeah, nerve-wracking.
Another jam shot.
Bradley homered in his last at bat. His only at bat against Coonrod resulted in a strikeout. 2 outs, tying run at third, top of the 9th inning, and a 1-run game. And a fastball in for a strike right down the middle, 0-1. And 2 again, down to the final strike.
Had Williams and Hader warming up in the Brewers bullpen. I don't want to see either one of them.
The runners lead off, and the 0-2 pitch. Outside, he decided to throw a changeup. 0-2. And it's 1-2. Back here tomorrow at 7, NBC Sports Philadelphia Plus. Craig Counsell will be gray. And the 1-2 pitch to Bradley. Fouled off again. Taylor's on deck. One and 2. Coonrod outside. That may have been one of those overthrows that you talked about.
Yeah. That pitch not even competitive, not even close.
He takes a breath. He's a workhorse, and he's trying to work his way to a save here tonight. It's 2-2 to Bradley, and the pitch popped up behind home plate. Real Muto off with the mask and out of room. 3 rows back, and we'll do it again.
Oh, the slider there.
These games are nerve-wracking, but the fact that there are fans behind you makes it that much more enjoyable. 2-2. Reyes starts at third, and the pitch. Fly ball, left field, not deep. McCutchen toward the line, says he has it, lines it up, makes the catch, and the ball game is over. Sam Coonrod gets the last 5 outs in a 6-5 Phillies win. Man, it would be good to have a laugher at some point.
Very enjoyable, right, Tom?
It is when you win, and the Phillies have finally won back-to-back games. If it feels like it's a month, that's been about a month. As they hang on and win it here tonight.
Give the Brewers credit. They came back and battled their tails off, but Coonrod able to slam the door. Here it is. Hit it. JBJ just clips that a little bit. Kutch, very fitting that he makes the final out. The very productive game that he had.
Watch the bullpen's reaction. Yes, sir.
Pulling for each other.
Hector. Hector's just hoping. Nice job by Sam Coonrod. A 5-out save, the first of his career.
Oh, goodness.
As the Phillies win it 6-5. Players of the game. Andrew McCutchen, Brad Miller, our Chevrolet players of the game. Nice to see Kutch get off to such a good start tonight. Phillies now 6 consecutive one-run game for the first time since 2000. How about that? And Brad Miller joins us down in the dugout. Brad, Tom McCarthy, Ben Davis up here in the booth. What's it like in the dugout in these one-run games?
Yeah, just finding a way. I feel like every game has been like this, which is obviously good, bad, but they found a way to win again, so that was a good ending.
You sit there in the box and you watch that ball go in the second tank. You knew it was going to go fair. You just wanted to see how far it was going to go.
I don't know. That one felt good. That one felt good to be able to, hit a tough pitch like that. Especially I think we've all been preaching, hey, let's take it easy on our bullpen a little bit. Let's try to get out to some big leads and let them cruise. So I think that was a big inning. Capitalizing on a mistake and then just kind of passing it off. Didi had a nice at bat and just trying to punctuate it.
How the heck did you get on top of that fastball?
No clue. Felt good though.
I think one of the more enjoyable things tonight was when you got back toward the dugout, just everybody's reaction and what that does.
Yeah, no doubt. I mean, it's that's kind of the cool part, is seeing how excited your teammates get. Obviously you're having a good time, but then you come in there and you see the boys getting fired up, and I can't help it. Gets me even more fired up.
I got to ask you too. I mean, Kutch gets the 2 home runs tonight. We've been talking a lot about him, and Joe Dillon told us today he's getting his legs into it more. I mean, for you guys as a team to see him do that has to be helpful.
Yeah, I was telling JD it sounded different tonight.
Yes.
And we all know, obviously. How important using your whole body and getting synced up and all that stuff. And we all know that, but it's hard to execute sometimes. And, the homer he hit the other day to lead off the game and the 2 tonight are just loud, and that's it's going to be dangerous, when he gets going for us. Obviously, tonight was huge. But he's got some lightning in that bat. So we're going to get Kutch going, and it's going to be fun.
Well, it's nice to get back to the 500 mark. It's nice to do this after Hector getting the night off because of what he did last night. I mean, go enjoy it, though, Brad. We appreciate you joining us tonight.
Thanks, guys.
All right, Brad Miller, our guest. The Phillies win it. A 5-out save for that guy right there, Sam Coonrod. 6-5, the final score. We'll be back to wrap it up after this.